If you don't desire to be that, then you desire to be a fool. And if you are that, then rise up to fulfill what you say and who you say you are. That's our job. That's our duty. It is incumbent upon us. Like I said, S stands for Savior.
Peace to God,
The
earth.
world knows, or we know, that we have to teach the world because the Savior exists within us. Today's mathematics, knowledge, add up to knowledge, add a cipher. So come back to knowledge all over again. So no matter which way you look at it, it comes back to what? Self. And it says in our enlightenment that the knowledge of the cipher is to enlighten you. So all we do is enlighten each other, and upon enlightening each other, we also enlighten the world. Because the world learns from the experiences that we teach them. Those experiences come from what? Ourselves. So we have to be a living example of what we talk about. We have to be a living example of what we say we are. Listen, there's people all over the world that are living examples of who and what they say they are. We are living in a world manifested by people who do and say what they are. They are totally about destroying only for the sake of themselves. They could care less about the masses of the people on the face of the planet Earth. That is why they deceive the people with the things that they are about. So if you know who they are and what they do, then what are you going to do? Are you going to remain a victim of circumstance? Are you going to remain a victim of their way of life? Or are you going to bring about the change that you say you are about? The change to help yourself, refine yourself, grow yourself, make yourself great. And therefore, when you open up your mouth and your ways and actions will bear witness and be about everything that you profess. The 5% are not ignorant. The 5% are not fools. The 5% are not drunks. The 5% are not alcoholics. The 5% are not dope dealers and dope pushers. The 5% are poor, righteous, poor, righteous, poor, righteous, 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 righteous teachers and people. So stop kidding yourself by doing contrary to what your lessons say you are. We have lost so many brothers and sisters out here, not only to COVID, but to the ignorance of their ways and actions. We have seen so many of our brothers and sisters fall because of the way of life that they choose to live. Yet they profess to live a righteous way of life, a wise way of life, and they do foolishness. And their foolishness has caught up to them and has put them six has put them down. Anything that cannot rise above 6 decays. If you don't rise above 6, you decay. 6 is the limit, because after 6 you get 7. That is the life. So by their ways and actions, they put themselves in 6. They say they 6 feet under, they 6 feet down, they can't get above the Earth's atmosphere, therefore they held down and they receive nothing but rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes in their life. They suffer because of what they do. Don't become a victim of the circumstances that you say you here to change. That you here to say that you are about bringing about a better way of life. Don't fall victim to the same thing that you say they are falling victim to and refuse to look in the mirror and realize that you are falling victim to that same circumstance too. This is the brothers, the sisters, the gods, the earths, the kings and the queens. Hey, before you start talking about everybody else, check yourself out. Before you start talking about everybody else, check yourself out. Because talking loud and doing something different don't mesh. And that goes for me, and that goes for you, and that goes for everybody in the sound of my voice. Whether you're in New York, or California, or Florida, or any one of these 50 states and beyond. When you talk about rising yourself up, let's do that. When you talk about teaching, let's do that. When we talk about wisdom, building, let's do that. Let's stop procrastinating. We got a hard job to do, but you make it a whole lot harder when you are not doing what you're supposed to do. You only make your job harder because now you're putting stumbling blocks in front of your own self. So don't be the fool that the lessons tell you can you be. Yes, you can be if you choose to let yourself be. Today is a beautiful sunny day. That's because we put it in our mind to be that way. And now we got to make this sunny atmosphere generate throughout this cycle so that the world can see that we are here to bring about that change, starting with what? Self. Starting with us. Because justice means just us. And if you want justice, you better start with just us. And then go ahead and build on and make it great throughout this world, throughout this universe. Because like Allah said, it's up to the gods. That means you cannot sit up home and hope something else is going to make your life better. Take your destiny in your own hands. Take your life and your destiny in your own hands and do something great about it. Do something great about it. Because you are in control of your own destiny. Stop letting your enemy control your destiny. I'm going to end with this. You see what's happening out here. You see what's going on in this government. If y'all know anything about keeping up to date with what's going on. You see how this government is split and falling to pieces. You see how these people that say we are your leaders don't give a damn about you. The only thing they say is vote for me and I'll do something for you. But every time they get in office, they do something for themselves and couldn't give a damn about you. So you got a lot of people talking about, that's why I don't vote. The point is, if you don't get involved, you get what you get, because you ain't did nothing to help. The thing is to get out here and do something. If you gotta vote these people out, vote them out. If you sit on your hands and do nothing, then don't complain because you did nothing to help. That's why you gotta get involved in every aspect of your life. And people talk about politics don't do nothing to me. Politics make you take money out of your pocket every day. When you go to the store, politics take that money. When you put gas in your car, politics take that money. When your rent go up, politics take that money. When your children go to school, politics involved in all of that. Everything that you do. And if you don't get involved in your destiny, don't cry the blues, telling everybody, oh, something is wrong. Something is wrong because you don't do nothing about it. You sit back and let people control your destiny. Who's the real fool? They not the fool because they know what they doing, but they looking at you and they say you the fool. And they laughing behind your back. So stop letting yourself fall victim to that civilization. Because when you don't get involved, you are a victim. When you don't get involved, you holding yourself what? Down. Ain't nobody else holding you down now. Allah freed us. So who's holding you down if it's not yourself? Huh? The devil got his hand on your neck. If he do, then raise his hand up off your neck by doing better, by raising yourself up and dealing with some justice, getting yourself some justice. 10, justice. 2 + 8, 10, justice. Bring about some justice, some freedom and equality for each and every one of us, man. Because we say that we are a brotherhood. We say that we are a nation. So we should want to do this as a nation. You start with yourself and you make your nation work and you become a strong force to bring about a change out here. It tells you what makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. Well, you know what will do it? A strong force. The power of your mind. And it ain't gonna happen unless you do it. It'll be done to you every time. Like the Italians say, I'ma do it to you every damn time. Because you're stupid enough to let me do it. You ain't got enough damn sense to do for yourself. That a shame? You damn right, that's a shame. And I've been knowledge of this for a long time. Decades of knowledge of this. I, self-Lord, Allah Master, refuse to allow the devil to give me the shaft every chance to get. I learned better. And because I learned better, I'ma do better. And if you don't know how to do better, then learn how to do better. And when you learn how to do better, stop that nonsense, man. As a person and as a nation, because I'm not just talking to a person, I'm talking to the nation, man. This nation has to show and grow. And we got to stick together as one. We cannot be divided. Because you know when you divide it, you allow your enemy to come in and cause chaos. You have to be one. We cannot be bickering and fighting amongst ourselves. That is how your enemy rules you. You already know that. He tell you, if you divide them, you conquer them. If you divide them, you conquer them. You don't let yourself become divided. When you see that division coming, you stop it. If you gotta step back and take a what? Chill pill. You step back and take a chill pill. Stop destroying yourself, because when you destroy yourself, all you're doing is destroying what you say you're about, and this nation don't need that. This is a unified block, a cipher that's complete. We cannot allow devilish men to come in and cause deception and corruption in our midst. And that's why we have to be unified as one. We say that we're a hood, a brotherhood, a sisterhood. That means that we come under one umbrella. We stick together. We all say that we 5%. Oh, we all say that. Well, ain't that a hood? Ain't that a brotherhood? Isn't that what we say? We all come under the same banner. So we can't divide ourselves. If we divide ourselves, what sense is in that? What are you going to get? You're going to get problems, dog. You're going to get nothing but problems. And we don't need problems. We're here to make solutions and start some solution with ourselves. Okay? Start some solution with ourselves. If you don't know how to unify, learn how to unify. Again, if you don't know how to unify, learn how to unify with your brother and your sister. We got it hard enough. 85% of this population couldn't give a damn about what you're talking about. And the 10% of this population say one thing and one thing only. Keep it going, keep it going. As long as they don't do anything about it, keep it going. got a winning thing going on here. If they don't do anything about it, keep it going. You know what they're gonna do. The question is not what are they gonna do. The question boils down to who.
I'll be right back.
What are you gonna do? Because you're the one that's gonna make the change. They are already telling you what they're gonna do. They tell you, we are going to do this, we are going to do that. Now, what are you going to do? Well, if you don't do anything, you keep getting the same old crap. And if you're tired of the same old crap, then what are you gonna do about it? Huh? A lot of y'all brothers is in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s. We got a lot of young people coming up behind us. I know a lot of y'all have heard this before. We got a lot of young brothers and sisters coming up behind us who are looking for a better way. If you don't show them a better way, they're gonna fall victim to all of the stuff that we teach them not to fall victim to. So we have to be the show and prove. We got to be the show and prove. If we don't be the show and prove, somebody else is gonna show and prove. And their show and prove ain't gonna be for our benefit. Either you gonna rise up or you gonna fall what? Down.
How you be, Mike?
Today's mathematics again is about wisdom building. That means rising up so that you can destroy all that wickedness. Again, today's mathematics is about wisdom building.
Nothing.
Building. You understand what it means to build? It means to construct. It means to bring things together. It means to bond. It means to become strong. That's what building is about. Today's mathematics tell you wisdom build. That means your ways, your actions, and everything you say you're about has to what? Build. To bring about a strong bond. And when you do that, you will see justice. If you don't do that, you don't get no justice. You get poverty, blood, sweat, and tears, homelessness, nakedness, out of doors, out of your mind.
Not good.
Because you ain't dealing in the right frame of mind. Build, dogs. Build, herbs. That's our mathematics. Wisdom, build. And the only way you're going to destroy the devil and their wicked ways and their wicked culture is to build. And again, unify. Unify. Unity. Brother, sisterhood. Togetherness. And stop fighting each other and acting like you're all the enemies when you say you're all the same. Because then you ain't nothing but a damn what? F-O-O-L. And if you do, if you're that, you'll fall for anything.
2 liter ginger ale.
Right or wrong? I'm pretty sure I'm right. If I ain't right, then I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And believe you me, I done been checking this out, and I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about. Because anybody with common sense will tell you the exact same thing. Anybody get up here and tell you anything that's not that, they are lying to you. Their job is to deceive you. Their job is to hold you back. Don't let nobody get up here and try to tell you nonsense. Because then they don't understand the unity of the nation. Their job is to stick a what? Pin. To destroy the air light. Who is the air light? You are the air light. Their job is to destroy you by sticking a pin in your what? Head. Wisdom build or destroy. That's your lesson. And to deceive the people so they will believe something else is going to come save them. When you got to realize, take that pin out your head and save yourself. Peace.
Peace. Hey.
Peace.
My name is Gordon Larshaw. Glad to meet you. Poker faces So, this happened.
Glad to be here.
Peace.
Absolutely, I agree. But this is going to come down. I've seen this to the stakeholders. A stakeholder is anyone who has a stake in something. See, we can have this parliament, no disrespect, we come back to the bone now. All these seats from here back, right? One thing people need to understand that this is not church. Because you came, you wasn't absolved of your sins. Right? We come here like the God said, we come to build. But what I found is all these seats from here back is only going to be a handful who's going to actually put their hands in the soil. Because here's what's going to happen. Stand in the room up. My man Law Real said it. You know, I'm a Jew thief, so I take from each one. You know, this ain't a popularity contest. I'm not up here trying to scream who screams the loudest. We here to make the wisdom what? Big. Wisdom is the application. Actually, wisdom is the way. The reason why we say we utilize the speech is due to, right? It's the main object of communication. But not the young one. Right? Now, that's a stakeholder. I mean, people who put it in. I'm looking at these faces right here. I'm looking at the stakeholders. These are people that normally come. These are people, when you ask and he's the call to do something, they hear. I got the nail, I got the hammer. That's what I'm talking about. I'm holding it down with Universal Justice. Yeah, Universal Justice, right. And brothers like him and Father Bashar and them held us down. The ideas came up, everybody huddled with him and other people like him. Right? But when it came time to do the job, there was nowhere around. Nowhere around. Standing room only. Let me explain something to you, man. I don't have to be there. I walk with the law each and every day. But history's best record, he did it by himself. He first came into realization of who he was independently and then empowered us to what? To be who we are, the gods of the earth. But he didn't empower us just, right, just to talk, to put it in. We got to school, not because how swift Allah spoke, they see this what? Work. They came to him. What do you want? They asked Allah. I need a school for my children. Then the Jews who he taught, they started building peace workers. Other but understanding in the back, born justice. I'm not saying I didn't call your name. I'm looking at the people here, Professor. There's a whole lot of people. My brother Justice Hakim. Right? I'm looking at the stakeholders, those that's here. That's who I thought. God, why do you call it? A brother asked me during the pandemic. He said, during the pandemic, listen to this one. He said, the nation asked me, Allah justice, going black. Wait. Peace. Right? They asked us, he embraced, you know, so they asked us, the nation asked for the school to be closed because the nation edict was everything had to be closed. You know, etc. Hey, somebody on it? Yeah, I'm doing this too. Yeah, so hold this guy, hold it. Yeah, I'm promised you. I don't want to interruptions, right? So God asked me, we came to the stakeholders, y'all, the face I'm looking at now, and those that put it in. To God, we're gonna close the school because the pandemic. You know, we open the school for the children. It's about the safety of these children, right? And so when we closed it, we had the peanut gallery come. those that come to church, that think I come to a parliament, that I'm absolved of my sins. They asked us, why you closed the school? I'm glad they asked me. I got no problem telling you how stupid that sounds. Microscopically, there's a virus in the atmosphere that's impacting everyone. I care nothing about your conspiracy theories. It is about the safety of this nation. And your best thinking was to come to me and those that are at that school, not you that lives in the comfort of your home. Why didn't we come to you? Listen, why didn't we come and hold a cipher in the yard with no mask so we can discuss should the school be closed? I said, you smoking some new drug here. Yeah, man. I care nothing about a book you read. Yeah, come on, my man. The black man is God, the white man is the devil. We understand that. We understand, tell us what and how the devil is made. But first and foremost, it is about the safety and security of my nation. No, I didn't go to the peanut gallery to stand in Mamoni. I went to the doer of the word, not the hearer and the listener. That's who I went to. Now, why am I speaking this manner? Because when you put work in, there must be in the background. So I'm not going to put it in the background. So,
Yeah, man. How you doing?
good.
Good to see you.
My position here
Doing every time, like,
is that we all,
you.
God,
Congratulations, man.
the God said, Abu was saying, we need to put the work in. Right? Yeah, we need to, wherever that's coming from. Yeah, so anyway.
You're passing through.
And I'm not saying that you have to be necessarily present and doing the same thing I'm doing, but putting nation work in. Or at least asking what it is that I can do. Me and Najee was just talking about that yesterday. I got no qualms with it, right? Yo, God, why you come to everybody? Because everybody is not like mine. Why are you screaming? Because you need to hear that. I love you like cook food. But see, one of the many statements we make is that we are judged by our works and our deeds. Now listen to this. You ain't never got to come to a law school and sweep. You ain't never got to come to the law school, man, or anywhere for that matter. But at the very least, be a productive member of society in this world. That's what law says, do. We ain't here to hate. And although I didn't say who the black man is, who the white man is, we teach all human families, man. We're not here to, listen, we're anti anything that's against the growth and development of this here. And I'm not with apathy and laziness. And I brought up the God and a few other brothers, y'all as well. You know what I mean? And peace to those that's sitting in these seats, that's actually listening and not hearing. You know, because it's about learning reciprocally. Let me sit and hear what's being said. That's why I said in a popularity contest. That's why we had to put order, right? We had to put order to, you want to come in? Sign in. Because see, the school we were originally from is who screamed the loudest to get up here many moons ago. I'm mad. No! That was just, but the presentation wasn't right. Because you want help to storm the bridge when you do that. You very well may have something very bad to say. But because of how I treated my brother, I messed with them. Right? So we decided, hey man, you want to get up there, no problem, sign in. There's order to what we do. And the stakeholders decided to just do that. Everyone is a stakeholder. That's why we go among you. What's your name? Where you from? If you a true 5%. What's today's mathematics? What you doing for us, man? Or what your life look like? You know, yeah, we can all sit up here. Listen, I'm not, listen. A law school in Mecca is my alma mater. Anybody's, for that matter. So, it's the reason I'm gonna jump on there like a whole lot of us to make sure that's right. There and abroad. I support anybody at our nation. My home to common equals theirs, a year to every mile. So I'm there supporting that. But I do need to understand that the parliament also is the universal gathering, right, of us coming together for the purpose of building and teaching. If you're not teaching, right, and I don't mean blowing hot air, so I'm not gonna sit here and browbeat you neither. That's my favorite thing. I'm repetitive with that. You gotta watch the people that get up here, like shout out, you scream loud. But when I hear him, it's not, I'm not downing him. I'm emphatically stressing my point. There's some people I have to usher because for 15, 20 minutes, they want to talk, beat you in the head about how you nothing. Oh, we ain't building. Oh, we ain't doing this. No, that ain't what's happening. Builders go to build regardless to whom or what. But wisdom means to be what? Wise, that's right. I know who I need to speak to and go to get some things done. I ain't gonna speak there, no question. Because you're not gonna do nothing. You wanna eat, wipe your lips, son. When's the next party? I come to the show and prove, but I'm not gonna sweep mine. I'm not gonna do security. Yeah, we'll take the $10, absolutely we need that. But what are you gonna do? And well, listen to this one. There's something happening to those that are stakeholders that have something to do with the responsibilities of this nation. I'll break my neck trying to scream on that sad voice. Ain't you 75% taker? Ain't you saying we're doing parliament? Ain't you Office of Cultural Management? And what you doing? See, you go straight to them when something wrong happened. Right? But when I needed your help, you weren't there. No problem though. Because God manifests, build, do, destroy. We're going to elevate regardless to whom or what. Well, I'm just speaking the truth here. Because more of that needs to be done. When you hear the crowd, like they got a family day on the Wisdom Power. I said, man, let me go to that. That's Born King and them out there in Now Just. In New Jerusalem. But we support that. Because they support us. That's our nation. Because it's about support. About physically putting in work to elevate the standards of where we are. And lastly, let me say this. I know I'm gonna get a whole lot of phone calls with this one. So we got 3 ideas going on. They're one. Check this one.
Is somebody?
You got
How the family?
the foundation of the school.
I'm doing good, Lord.
We're still talking prefab, which has something to do with that. And we're about improvement of the school. But in all those things that I just named, they have to be grounded in 1 to 9. Mathematics 1 to 9. If it is not that, then that idea, see, because because today's degree refers to, Yaku enforcing all laws, rules, and regulations while manufacturing together. Right? But we change the polarity. We're talking about how we enhance the standards of who we are and enforcing the science of living mathematics as taught to us by our laws. And by our law, a black man who came arm, leg, and empowered everyone here with the knowledge and wisdom to do what they needed to do. But he was a stakeholder. Why was he a stakeholder? Because, check this one in. And I'm gonna conclude on this one. I kind of say that a lot, but I'm gonna conclude. Yeah, because they knocked King, he was in his 30s. They knocked Malcolm, he was in his 30s. And knocked the law, he was the oldest, he was 41. Right? But what the law did, was when he seen that Harlem, which is the heartbeat in the world, especially then, that's black Mecca. That was about ready to go up. Nah, took it, yo, son, come on. Let us go, man. Gathered the guards together, and they stopped it right there in the school. You don't even hear about that. That was paramountly big. Because you're in Harlem during the 60s, and you facilitated righteously a protest. Of course, both the good and the bad now wanted to know who Allah is then. But Allah understood in his community, he needed to be a stakeholder. Stakeholder, man, because it's where I live. That's why he said, man, go to work, go to school. We ain't overthrowing no government. You're the natural landlord. I squared off, man, right here in Mount Mars, so you can live in Syria somewhere. Our history best records that. We travel all over the world. Allah just came with it, like Ron Prince said, with a particular knowledge and wisdom at that time to give to us, but it's linked to who we are as original people. But make no mistake, we're not here to get up here to speak and sound good. What's your work? What are you doing? What are you doing for us, man? No, you ain't got to, check this one in. And when I ask that question, not so much what are you doing for the school, what's your life look like? What are you doing with that? I don't shoot the wounded, because I didn't get shot when I was doing my thing out here, acting crazy. All God did, they peacefully told me, look, I'm talking over here for a minute. Yeah, no question. Yeah. At what point are you going to stop? So you like cook food, but you need to stop that. Like Jesus said in the Bible, give the devil his, and you give the righteous theirs. But you ain't going to have two. You ain't going to do two of them. You ain't going to wear the flag and the crown till I'm God, what you caught up. Now, I ain't talking about the homelessness and all that. I get that, God. Reach out to your families. And what I mean by that is that because you're down, that don't mean that I kick you because you're down. But you got the solution, God. You got complete knowledge and wisdom of the cycle, hopefully. That's everything in the universe. And that's what matters to you, that. If you put your backside in that pit, you get about out of that. And the reason why I speak adequately like that with others is because we understand that reality. And there's no help in this nation if I'm not doing the right thing. But we need to continue to be stakeholders. And I agree with you, God. I ain't here with the argument, with the Facebook and listen, man, I ain't got time for that. Get up out of here, man. You a man? You got disagreement? They come, we build it, because there's different ways we build. Well, I ain't get caught up in that. And no, like right now, the God is whispering to me. Mathematics, your God, because that's the way we communicate now. Two ways. I'm looking at you, but we electronically engaged in these signs. You can't be naive with that. But again, our wisdom builds because we're wise. I know I'm not gonna get on there and whatever. Tell my brother, me and my brother Kyle there. Tell him, get on there. Don't worry about it, man. Keep doing what you gotta do. Because you gotta come to me and get at me or my family, you creep ass individual, right? I speak like that too, right? And you're not building. And you stay where you at. Because we ain't got time, we don't have no time for that, man. We've been on this earth for trillions of years. And that was only because we were looking for things outside of ourselves for trillions of years, before the creation of the white man and Yaku. Because what's the 10th degree say? What was that mystery God? There is none. The Son of Man searched for that mystery God for what? Trillions. That's how long he's been here. Physically walking. Right? Thus the knowledge of himself, and he looking into the knowledge and wisdom. The stakeholders had to come back. Come here, man. Come here. Take the flag off. Take the flag off, man. Look. When you ready, come on back. When you ready, come on back. Yeah, we do that too. We enforce the law. I'll beat you where you stand. I'll beat you where you stand. I said that in French. I will B-E-A-T you. I never got that. I got that from the demon. You better, just because you speak the truth, and your stakeholders, I physically try to get at you too. Make no mistake, that still exists. Don't get comfortable here. Your enemy ain't playing, he's formidable. I put a flag, I seen it done. They put a flag on somebody while y'all was marching, while y'all went to City Hall and sent an agent with a Book Brothers suit. This was the one when Dumas spoke at City Hall. And Khalid and them said, yo, God, stay at the school. Umar Khalid, stay at the school, God. I'm glad I did. That was the James Bond moment there. Yeah, this how deep that science was. And that degree spoke volumes. And the man, Mr. Fung, who was there facilitating you not taking school from us, confirmed when I went to Umar, who is this guy, by the way? Oh no, he's with us. I said, God, here's his flag. You playing games, don't make no mistake. You've come a long way, and we got a long way to go. But you, like I say, you the true and living God, he's the true and living devil. He ain't playing with you. He's not. And I ain't here to be paranoid, like the God said, it's a peaceful day. All the above was caused by the Son of Man. But we're not going to negate speaking the truth here neither. And we need the premise and the nucleus of what I'm saying is that you need to be a stakeholder. And here's what I'm talking about. You ain't got nothing to do, come to the school. Hey God, what y'all doing? You need school sweep them out? You need grass cut? What do you need done? Ask that, what do you preach to the God? What's your name, God? Tell him your name. Why? Come out of nowhere. Jump over the gate right there. Here, God, boom. What do you need? Here, let me work. I got some work. Okay, bad, right? No, I didn't need a march or whatever, but I beautified what's there. Here go my physical work. You can see the tangibility of what I did. What did you do? What did you give us any water? What? Yeah, we asked. I brought up again Universal Justice and a handful of brothers because when the call was made, again, here go the stakeholders. It was only the stakeholders who came. And then we huddled, okay, who's going to do this? That means you have to work from 1 to 9. After you come from work, to come here. Your word is your bond. You got to hold this down. You got to make sure these vendors is this is that. Make sure the school is this. Okay, God, I'll be there. Lost I'm in the background. When the God's calling me, oh God, oh, my back, here come my leg. I just went to the doctor, so what? I got a king who can barely walk. That's there every day. Huh? Are we? I got brothers with disabilities who've been around years, months, and days putting it in. I got men and women who could backflip, leaps and bounds, and just walk by like it's a social club. These guys good.
Peace, yeah, bro.
What you're doing.
Yes.
What we doing. So again, man, to be a stakeholder means someone who's putting the work in. What am I doing? Peace to the queen, she's bringing the babies. That's right, that's what we talking about. If I don't do nothing else, I'm gonna bring now. Something, God. Because all that's relative to what we're doing. But this is not church. Because you sat there. I went to the rally. So what? What did you do there? Huh? Check this, you went there? What's my brother's name right there? Did you ask him? Yeah, huh? You walking around here breaking bread, socializing. Who do you know? Did you ask him what's the day mathematics? Is he in tune with the tools to safeguard himself from devil's civilization? How well does he know it? How do you see me to understand? Huh? We're not, I'm in my 60s, it's those that's older than their 70s. That taught us that. We're not beyond examination. An examination is needed because examination shows are you at this moment in time ready? Because if you're in tune with the truth of the days mathematics, then you know what it is. And my build is add on. What's add on mean? Come with something, do something. Yeah, I'm not bragging. When my brother and my sisters in them passed, it was a handful of us. Didn't say nothing. Lord Justice, Born Black, myself, Born Justice, a handful just jumped in there. Others too. We wasting no time. Because again, although man, we had to put it in because they weren't there. That's what they taught me. Umar taught me that. We're not technically, we wasted no time for that. So let me get in there, let me do what I gotta do. And I take criticism. You know, my face don't change if you tell me I'm doing something wrong. That's needed as well. But at least coming off of that. But peace to you, man. You know, I see you every day. I see you every parliament. But this parliament is a universal gathering for us to come together with the purpose of teaching. Yes, we enact laws and enhance, you know, what we need to do, right? And to make that science born to us. I'm not up here. This is not a popularity contest. This is not the church. I don't need to sit here talking here and you talk about from beginning to end how you took a transformation in your life. Yeah, we already know that. You gonna go through, everybody went through what they went through. Love, hell, all right. You here, you building, get your life together, peace. But how do you make the sign of the days not the mass applicable?
Big piece. Oh.
How does wisdom build and destroy? How does that apply to everybody here? And apply to everybody here because if you're not, you need to be a stakeholder. What do you mean by stakeholder? Once again, what are you doing here for us? Or what are you doing in your life, man? What are you doing? Like, who are you? Yeah, man. Manifestation of knowledge means to know. I need to say that, man, because again, I want to pack. I want to pack the parliament. Yeah, we want to pack it. But listen, man, if I'm packing it and all you're doing is just sitting there and you're not at least, that's why we pay a bit each other's mind. Like, what did you learn, God? You know, the parliament, what did you draw up? Because the parliament's here. We don't need you here then. Because again, this ain't like, you know, we sitting up here doing this. Oh, God's sake, no, we ain't doing that. You know, you ain't absolved of your sin. But, okay, you feel God. Calm down, Joshua. There you go. But I want to say, man, to y'all, peace to y'all, build is build. You know what I mean? Y'all beautiful. We build in regards to whom and what. Oh, last week, yeah, I go right. Yeah, last week, July 16th, we have the Philly trip. July 16th, I put a flyer out, $30 a seat, right? So if you're going to see me, people tell you that the trip is nice. When with that, I'm gonna say, high quad launch everything big.
Peace to God's earth. Hey. Anybody that's being broadcasted live on 700 Man TV, be in front of the phone because they broadcasting live. Lord Jamil just called me and asked me to have people build in front of the phone.
Hey, peace, family. I'm God Divine Prince of Law. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
I got a pretty big mouth, man. I got big intention.
That's right.
Right? And I'm overjoyed to see that this parliament is here. I'm overjoyed seeing some faces, man, that we don't see on the regular. And we do see on the regular, each and every day. You know, Allah Shah just finished building on how wisdom should build, or how we should build with our wisdom, right? I am one that knows that wisdom is not only to be wise, or wise words spoken, I also know that wisdom means to know the difference, right? The wisdom build degree in the 1 to 40 speaks of a process that Yahweh put for his people in order to bring about the crafted man, right? But my thing in saying this is, do you know the difference between today and yesterday? Because this country and other countries, matter of fact, the whole world is facing with a different paradigm than it was just a short while ago. You know what I'm saying? We're now in an age or at a stage, man, where the devil has agendas that he's put in place to change the whole thing around. And where it's going to be your part of it, he spoke about being a stakeholder, what is going to be your stake in this new land, in the things that are coming down now, where everything is so different. The way we teach, the way we communicate with one another, the food, the drugs, like anything you can name is different now because we are in a technocratic era now, where the transhumanism,
Peace, God.
transgenderism, all these other isms, man, that you have no sense about before are now coming into play. And what's going to be our part in it? Because it seems to me that they have all these great big ideas about a new age for America. Like Star Trek on steroids, like Smart City, like GMO, but they're going past GMO foods. Now they have other laboratory foods, man. They're talking about doing away with the cattle. They're talking about taking away the automobile.